Today I'm going to be showing you guys 15 reasons as to why a website doesn't rank, or in some cases your website might be ranking but might be like position 15 or position 5. I've created a 15-point checklist I'm going to be referring to throughout this video. It's actually here on my phone, and we're going to be going through this step by step, one by one. One thing that I would like to also mention as well is that in this checklist, it starts off with some basic checks, and then it gets to like more of a medium to advanced check, and then later on in the video, we're going to be checking some advanced stuff. So, if your website is potentially ranking, like let's say position 8 or position 9 or position 10, or in some cases it might not be ranking at all, watch this video, and I'm going to be running through a lot of different things. And if you guys do struggle when it comes to SEO, feel free to check out cadredash.com. The link is in the description. Click on the work with me button and fill in the form, and I will get back to you. But let's get into the video. So, check number one, we want to check if the web page or your website is actually indexed, right? So the easiest way that we can obviously do that is by looking at just a random website. I'll do like lawyers in, let's say, Edinburgh, right? And what we want to basically do here is we want to head over to the web page, and we just want to copy this, head over to Google, and what we want to do is do site : and first of all check if this is actually showing up in Google search. Now the reason why this is actually important for it to actually show up is if it's not showing up, we have a indexing issue. And what we might need to first of all do is either create some backlinks through to our website, or potentially submit the actual web page to Google within our Google Search Console. That's a very simple thing to do. Or in some cases, you might just need to run the page through a indexing tool. I recommend something like Indexceptional. I have misspelled that. But Indexceptional, as you can see here, this will actually get your web page or your entire site indexed if you are struggling with that. That would be kind of like a last resort type thing. I would probably first of all focus on trying to actually submit it to Google. So that's step number one. Step number two is making certain that our title tags are actually relevant to the keyword that we're trying to rank for. Now, in this case, I'm going to assume that, for example, you guys are already position maybe 10, 15, 20, you might be on page 2, page 3, and you're just not ranking where you want to be, right? Like, for example, if we take a look at this page here, right? This is Find a Solicitor. Now, this has nothing to do with Find a Solicitor in Edinburgh. If they were to literally just change that page title so it's actually got the keyword Edinburgh, or or lawyers in Edinburgh, they're going to have a much higher chance of actually ranking positions 1, 2, and 3. Right now, these guys are position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So they're not doing terrible, but literally just by having like Edinburgh-based solicitors or Edinburgh lawyers, that could definitely jump that page from literally position number 6 to position number 2. So that's number 2 of the checklist. Then what we want to do is check for basic keyword optimization, right? So again, if I click on this page, I'm going to make what I want to be seeing is keywords like Edinburgh, lawyers, find a law firm in Edinburgh, right? If I was to just search Edinburgh, if we take a look, right, so they've got like the address down here. What about in the actual main body content? They've mentioned it twice, right? But if we actually take a look at, like, for example, these guys, right? We search Edinburgh, they've mentioned it 11 times. So again, mentioning the keyword that you're trying to rank for throughout your content definitely does help. Again, this is like a very, very basic check. The next thing that I would want to be checking is our website actually mobile friendly? Now, this is a very common mistake that new SEOs or business owners do. And whenever somebody gets like a website redesigned, they are only looking at the design on desktop. And again, with the rise of mobiles and tablets, more so mobiles now, I believe like 70 or 80% of all searches now are done on mobile. Again, in some cases, that's not the case. Like, for example, people booking flights, there's like an ongoing joke where people say, like, booking flights is a computer desktop thing. But on majority of searches, is more so actually done on mobile. So making certain that you are actually mobile friendly. Now, there's a couple ways that you can check this. I'll show you guys two different ways. So you can actually right click on the actual page that you're trying to view, right? And if we click on inspect elements, so I've just clicked inspect, and you can have, if you guys can see that, I don't know if you can, I can't zoom in, but if you can see the it's like a laptop and then like a mobile. If you click that, and then you can actually select which type of mobile. So I like to just look at like the most popular phone out at the minute. I believe like it's the iPhone 15 or 16. You can just select whichever iPhone. I've just selected iPhone 14 for the purpose of this video. What we want to make certain of is that our website is actually mobile responsive. It actually looks good on mobile. In some cases, like banner images are just like spreading across the screen. Text is all over the place. So just making certain that you are doing that. So that's one way of checking if your website is mobile friendly. What I'll try to do is I'll actually go to like page number 8 and see if there's like a non-mobile friendly site. Let's take a look at these guys. Right. In some cases, like this website doesn't even load. But I want to say that a lot of websites are mobile friendly nowadays. I mean, I'd be very surprised if some websites weren't. Or actually, this website actually, again, it's not terrible. One thing to remember as well when you're looking at mobile friendly elements is your main body content, so the content that you're trying to rank. If you've got it higher up the page, that can definitely help. Now, that's one thing that these guys actually lack. They've got like a little bit of content, then they've got their address, and then they've got their map, then they've got their content there. So just pushing that content up will actually help you. Now, another way that you can check if your website is mobile friendly is you can literally just search Google mobile friendly test, and there is literally a test that you can do. I believe mobile check mobile. Google officially drops the mobile usability report. So that's news to me. One thing you can do is if you right click and if you click on inspect, and if we click on Lighthouse here, you can actually still load the actual Lighthouse report. You can actually select like the device. So you've got mobile, desktop. I'm just going to keep it as mobile, and we're going to click on Analyze page load. And what this tool, or this is like literally Google's inbuilt browser tool. You can even do this on Chrome. But what this tool does is it will basically load the website in mobile format, and it'll give you an actual overall score, right? So the SEO score, as you can see, it's not terrible, 92. Best practices, it's 100. Accessibility is 83, and performance is 60. So it will also tell you like where you should focus your time and efforts on. So like first content pane, largest content page, speed index, so on and so forth, right? So that has been the mobile friendly check. We've also done like the basic site speed as well. So that's gonna essentially, that was like a 2-in-1 that I've just shown you guys. Then we have got the medium checks. Now the medium checks are a little bit more advanced. You might need to do a few more actual manual checks for this. But medium check number 1 is actually internal links, right? So what I would be doing is, for this website here, for example, right? I'm just going to copy this URL, and I'm going to do site colon, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to search Edinburgh, right? This is basically going to tell us all of the articles or all of the web pages within our content that mentions Edinburgh. And that basically gives us a good indication as to which articles should be internally linking, right? So, for example, this is the page that we care about ranking for Edinburgh, right? So we're going to ignore that one, but then we're going to actually look at some other articles, right? So, for example, we've got a article here to do with our Edinburgh home since January, right? So we could actually use this as an internal linking opportunity, but these guys actually haven't. So I would be working through all of my articles here, making certain which articles I can actually internal link. So again, this is talking about like Edinburgh, International Business Gateway, and again, there's literally zero internal links. So that Edinburgh page or that Edinburgh, lawyers in Edinburgh page, it's lacking internal links. It's not necessarily lacking page title. To be fair, the page title could definitely be a little bit tweaked, like contact Edinburgh lawyers. You could just have like best Edinburgh lawyers or Edinburgh law firm, for example. So you could do that as well. The next check that we're going to actually do is we're going to actually search the keyword. So Edinburgh lawyers. And we're also going to grab this URL here. We're going to also do like a backlink analysis because that's also pretty important. We've checked internal links. Now we want to check which of our competitors have links and vaults from other websites that we don't have. So as we can see, all of these web pages have some form of actual links being built, right? So if we actually click on, if we then click on add a domain to compare, or actually, what I'll do is I'll just use the Site Explorer. So as you can see, we've actually got 6 referring domains, right? And we've got like Scotland and states.co.uk, Smart Business Daily, Royal Scots Club, so on and so forth, right? But our competitors, let's take a look here. So this one here actually has 2,000 backlinks. This one has 19 backlinks. This one's got 4. This one's got 404. This one's got 63,000. That's probably a little bit of an outlier. But just by looking at a top level figure, there is definitely a lack of few backlinks that we could definitely get. If we wanted to go like really detailed, we could actually look at the anchors as well. And as you can see, none of these anchors is actually talking about the keyword that we're trying to rank for, which is lawyers in Edinburgh. So again, from a link building point of view, this page is definitely lacking from backlinks as well. What I would be doing is making certain that we've obviously first of all got a lot of branded anchors. So these are like clickable anchors from another website. But what I would definitely be doing is making certain that I build maybe 1 or 2 backlinks, specifying that we're an actual law firm in Edinburgh. Maybe even have like Brody's LLP law firm Edinburgh, and that would definitely jump the page as well. So that's another medium check. We've got content freshness. So actually, let's take a look at the content. Now the content on this page, it's not great. Like what I showed you guys before. Like if I search Edinburgh lawyers, right, and if we click on the first actual results, so I'm going to ignore this because this is like a directory site, right? We don't want to compare our website to a directory. If we take a look at this, right, look at the amount of content that these guys have in comparison to our website. And again, we'll take a look at a few others as well. Let's take a look at these guys and these guys. There's just a lot more content on these pages. And if we take a look at our webpage, it's got a little bit, but it could definitely be improved a bunch. So again, content freshness and just making certain that our content is actually it's actually SEO optimized, because this content just doesn't look SEO optimized to me at all. I would be mentioning like the services that we provide as a law firm located in Edinburgh. I would be internal linking to all the different services. I mean, they've kind of done that there, but yeah, it could definitely be improved. I would have subheadings like how much does it cost for a law firm or to hire a law firm in Edinburgh. I'd have FAQs on the page, I'd have subheadings on the page, I'd have a list of services that we provide. Just a lot, just beefing up this content a lot more and making it certain that it's actually answering the user intent. Then we've got keyword cannibalization. Now, in this case, we don't actually have any keyword cannibalization, but let me show you guys an example as to when that could be an issue. So if you guys have ever done any form of keyword research, right? So if I actually just go back to here, right? Some cases, when people are doing keyword research, they kind of break down articles too much. Like, for example, Edinburgh lawyers and lawyers in Edinburgh, they're the exact same page, but it's just moved around differently, right? So you just need to create one page for that. Same goes with like Edinburgh lawyers, lawyers Edinburgh, Edinburgh lawyer. So just making certain that you're not creating too many thin pages, or in that case, Google can definitely be confused. Like for example, if we've got a page on Edinburgh lawyers, Edinburgh law firm, and law firms in Edinburgh, right? If we've got three separate pages, Google will just look at the website or look at our website and be like, which one do I rank? I don't know which one to rank, so I'm just not going to rank any of them. So making certain that we've not got any issues like that. And again, if we just do a site colon and we just keep Google our keyword, it'll tell us which pages are coming up. In this case, there's not actually any keyword cannibalization, so it's not anything that we should be worried about. We then have got on-page SEO elements. And again, this is a medium check. So on-page SEO elements, right? Now, to be fair, these guys actually do lack. It's not terrible. What would I add? So on-page SEO elements, right? What I mean by that is in some cases you can actually have like FAQ section on this page. That would definitely help improve the rank. Specifically of this page, because there's just no FAQs, right? In some cases, people want to know a little bit more about how much you charge, for example, or certain questions. Are you a no win, no fee law firm, for example? Certain questions like that you should actually be covering in like an FAQ element. You can also have like a contact us button. I know that these guys actually have like a contact form, but in some cases you can actually have like actually they've got a contact us button there. They could have, to be fair, the actual elements on this web page isn't too bad. So they've got like the maps, they've got their address, they've got the contact us. It's only the FAQ that I would probably actually add. That's probably the only thing that I would do. We've then got advanced, so technical SEO audit. Now, I'm going to actually do a full-on technical SEO audit another day, because that's probably going to be like a 40 to 50-minute video. But running your website through tools like Sitebulb, if I do Sitebulb, right, I believe that there is also free, yeah, you can try Sitebulb for free. I don't know how many URLs, but this will tell you if you've got any issues with your website. You've also got Screaming Frog as well. And again, very similar tools. One's a little bit more visual, so Sitebulb's a little bit more visual. Screaming Frog is a little bit more nerdy. I think that's probably the best way to explain it. It just looks like a detailed Google sheet. Like I'll just load up the actual video, right? This is what it looks like. So if you've never used it, it just doesn't look too friendly. If you guys need like a technical SEO audit, let me know. I can definitely do one for you guys. We've got Core Web Vitals, which we've already kind of covered, but we can actually do Core Web Vitals test, and we can actually run this page through PageSpeed Insights, and it'll give us an actual Core Web Vitals. So as you can see, Core Web Vitals is passed with flying colours this website, so there's nothing really to worry about here. And then we've got structured data schema markup, right? So with schema markup, the best, or one of the best tools that you could definitely use is schema markup tool. And this is what I use. You can also use ChatGPT as well, but there's different schema markups. Like for example, if you're a local business, you can use local business schema. If you're an e-commerce store, you can use product schema. If you're a recipe blog, you can use recipe schema. If you've got a video on your website, you can use video schema. And as soon as you actually click this, it'll tell you like, okay, this is what you need to fill out. So like your business name, your URL, your logo URL, your social profiles, so on and so forth. Like you can start ticking all of these, and you can actually start filling out all of these URLs. And then all you literally just need to do is just copy this. If it's organization schema, you can just copy it to like the home page. If it is product schema, you can copy it to like the certain product that you're trying to sell. If it's local business schema, again, home page. So it's just down to you. Then we have got content depth. So again, if I was to search, like for example, lawyers in Edinburgh, right? And if we were to look at these guys, right? So these guys are ranking position number 2 for the keyword that we are trying to rank for, right? If we actually just search Edinburgh, right? If we look, right, they've got 675 different articles that mention Edinburgh. And the website that we were looking at, which is these guys, right? If we do the exact same thing, if we do Google, and if we search site colon, and if we search Edinburgh, and if we click on tools, as you can see, they've actually got a little bit more articles, but they've not got as many articles to do with the actual services. So just straight off the bat, like doing a little bit of competitor research, like these guys, they've got like the main Edinburgh page they're ranked for. Then they have got corporate solicitors, employment law, corporate solicitor, litigation solicitor, residential solicitor. By the way, if any of you guys are in America, in the UK, we call lawyers solicitors. Do not ask me why. But these guys, they've just got more content depth on their website, so it makes sense why they're ranking position 1. And then competitor analysis. So again, there's 2 different ways that you can do this. Very quickly, you can see we've got a lot of missing articles. We might have more articles live on our website, but these guys, they've got a lot more Edinburgh related articles. We can also definitely take a look at their backlink profile and pinpoint any links that they have that we don't actually have as well. So again, if we take a look at our site here, we might in some cases even have more backlinks than them, but we've got 10,600 backlinks. These guys have, they've got 41,000 backlinks. So they do have a lot more backlinks. Does that mean that we need an additional 30,000 backlinks because we've got 10, they've got 40? Definitely not. What I would be doing here in this case is I would be pinpointing links that is actually pushing the needle, right? So if I click on like do follow links and backlink type in content, and we'll do like a DR range of like anything above 25 DR, right? We're going to go from 41,000 backlinks to only 422. Then what I would be doing here is cross-referencing all of the links that they have that I don't have, and I would be making a hit list of links that I need to actually acquire. And again, there's probably going to be like, I don't know, 250, 300 links that our website also has. So we might only need to get 50 backlinks. And again, there was a lot of issues with our website as well. So bear that in mind. Like we had really bad internal linking. We didn't have topical authority. Our page speed insights wasn't the best, right? So there's like 3 or 4 things right there and then that we could definitely do. Also, another thing, our actual on page, like our content on this page could definitely be improved. So that's like 4 or 5 things that our website is lacking that our competitors doing very well. So again, that's how I would be doing competitor research. But that's been 15 reasons as to why your website isn't ranking. If you guys do have any questions, feel free to drop them down below. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like and also subscribe. And if you guys do want to work with me, check out casualdash.com. The link is in the description. So if you guys do want to check it out, click on the work with me button, fill in the form, and I will get back to you. Thanks for watching.